Hello, 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 and how are you? Oh, I'm so glad that you're with me today. Excuse me, for our session this week and the final one for this week. We do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And whether that's good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, we are here and we are excited about being here. We are excited because we have really been developing our fresh start, and it's bringing such a, a new image, sometimes uncomfortable, to your new mindset. How are you adjusting to your new mindset? We haven't talked much about it. We've talked much about, the fresh start, about, it being was at one time new. I believe that really helped a lot of people. It's like ding, the light went on. You know what? That's right. What I'm calling comfortable and my safe space and all of that was one time my uncomfortable, and I don't know if I want to try this space, but I did, and I enjoyed it, and it became my new me. And now I'm at a new place and another new me. So, how are you adjusting to your new mindset? Or have you not allowed your mind to really begin to uh handle your new that you're coming into, your fresh start? You've had it for some time now. We've been together quite a few months now. And how is your mindset doing? Are you up here with it today and then you go back down to the week? How things going? We're gonna talk about that. I'm Shauna Grace. In case you're just joining me for the first time, and I am a certified life coach, and I specialize in personal development and relationships. But I do personal development first, because if you don't develop you, what kind of relationship you gonna have? Because you are not developed, and that relationship is gonna be a hot mess. Okay, so I want you to something on my lip, y'all. You know how I am. uh we um we are developing our inner excuse me. We are developing our inner. And in developing our inner, we are able to start having relationships that value who we are now, not who we were, but who we are. And we're also critiquing relationships like our inner circle, BFFs, all of that, family, co-workers, ministry, all of that. We are developing what new in that old, if the people's mind are in the same place as yours. We talked about that. And so you say, well, I wasn't here. Can you tell me? Yeah. When you start becoming new, excuse me, in a new area, let me see if I can chop some water down here. When you start becoming new, you sometime who has known you for the most part. Yo, hold on a minute. Hold on. All right, it's something you all will learn about me. If you don't already know it, I'm in some areas about myself a perfectionist. And if I see something and it's not going right, we got to fix it. I'm sorry, we got to fix it. We got to fix it. Now, back to what I was telling you. As you are becoming this new, your taste, your flavor is changing. You find that those who are in your circle right now, you'll find out whether they are new or whether y'all's time together has maybe come to an end. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't, let me see if I can find. There was something I was listening to yesterday, and let me see. I was listening to this yesterday, and I said, oh, snap. That right there is absolutely the truth. Right there, absolutely the truth. Uh oh, here it is. This is what it said. I'm not taking myself. It was a I guess a TikTok clip, a short or something. I don't know who it was, but it said I'm not taking myself off of the top shelf just because you can't reach it. I said, bam! That's it right there. That's what I've been talking about. I'm not taking myself off of the top shelf because you can't reach it. And here's the other, I even put a click to that. It's not that you can't reach it, you don't want to. You're not growing, and you don't want me to grow. You're not want me to grow. What you want to do is what they call it, You remember Brown on the Browns? You want to manipulate me, which is his way on the show of just messing. You want to manipulate me out of my fresh start to come back down to the old person I was that benefited you, but didn't benefit by what we share. No, that's not the relationship you want to deal with. And we're not dealing with relationship. This is what I'm talking about. You have to get that mindset that, okay, I've come up here on to this next dimension now. I'm not coming down from here because you are not growing with me or you are not growing yourself. Now, somebody say, how you going to tell me I'm not growing? Yes, I am growing. Do your inventory. What have you done that's new? Let's say in the last 6 months. We're here in the 9th month of 3 more months and 25 is out of here. What can you look back over the last 8 months? Because September's just getting in here. The last 8 months, what have you in the last 8 months that you can say, I got my fresh start in this area? Now, it ain't going to be a whole plethora of stuff because, good Jesus, that's all you'd be doing is starting fresh. You wouldn't get nothing else done. But you remember I started off Tuesday, and I touched on it some more yesterday. It's just the little changes. It's not big changes, just the little changes that you make. Becoming that new image now that you're in your fresh start. See, you have to be able to tell that you have a fresh start by how you do things now. What is the flavor now? Okay. A lot of people, excuse me, I forgot to tell y'all. I hope you have your cup with your favorite beverage in it. I've told you about my coffee journey, so we won't go back into that. Well, why is she saying it like that? She drink the coffee every morning. Guess what I did? I went to the grocery store yesterday. Yesterday, and on my way home yesterday afternoon, I said, "Let me stop by the grocery store, have a little list, pick up a little stuff." Not little. I don't even like that word little because I like big. Period. But pick up the things on my shopping list. See, those are little changes. Those are little changes right there. Big fat woman. I've lost almost 75 pounds. I have, and I'll tell the Lord thank you. Okay. And but I definitely I don't like little. I like big. I like big cars. I like spacious homes. Okay. That's just me. Okay, it's just me. But my shopping list, I went on in there and got it. When I got to the coffee, I was looking for what I'd been drinking, the Colombian coffee, because we were studying about it in world history. And I said, well, let me add a little flavor to what we talking about. And let me get some Colombian coffee. Those that I was with, how good it tastes. Well, when I got there yesterday, there was no Colombian coffee. None. Okay. I said, man, what am I going to do now? I like that Colombian coffee. But Brazil was sitting up there, nice, dark. I like dark coffee. Dark, and was like, okay, well, Colombia ain't here, but Brazil is here. I'm just as good. And I walked away, and I looked down a little further, didn't see no more coffee anywhere else. And I said, dang, Brazil's still sitting up there now. Coffee's coffee. It's just the different flavors of the countries that make it, how they make it. I said, yeah, you know what? And normally, now let me tell you what I would normally do. If that store didn't have it, I'm going to ride to another grocery store. Somebody gonna have my Colombian coffee, and I'm gonna get it and go home feeling good, and then I got my Colombian coffee. You sitting here with me? Tell me how much sense that made. First of all, I'm losing time running from one excuse me, one grocery store to another. And then suppose I had not wasted, but used all that time to go to these different grocery stores and got there every one of them and Colombian coffee was out. What was I going to do then? So let me tell you what I did. I took the Colombian coffee down. I looked at it. Sitting here drinking Brazilian coffee. And it almost tastes better than Colombian. Don't tell them I said that. I'm sitting here. This Brazilian coffee has a different flavor. It has a different taste to it. And I'm enjoying that. But now, would I have ever got to understand that just maybe, coffee make you sweat too. At least it do me. What I would have never known that Brazilian coffee has just like a little better. It's not quite as coffee as the Colombian taste is. Okay? But I would have never known that had I. And matter of fact, if you want me to be truthful, I've never seen Brazil. Now maybe somebody have, but it may be that it was sitting there, but I was looking for Colombian coffee so hard I didn't pay the Brazilian any mind. I'm seeing Brazilian coffee in there. But guess what? I will stack up on it. Now, later on, when I get to the end of the Brazilian, maybe there's another country that have sent coffee over. Okay. And hopefully the terrorists haven't killed it where I can't get it. You understand me? But look what happened. I've discovered 2 countries that I can drink their coffee. Now I probably can drink American coffee too. So America, chill out. But we were studying that. And by us studying different countries, and the Brazil, believe it or not, Brazilian is in it. Brazil is in it. The Brazilian civilization and all of that, yeah. So now I have the taste of them through coffee. If I'd have never said, you know what, okay, I'm not getting ready to do this. This is what I have done. I'm getting ready to take this Brazilian coffee home and I'm going to test it out. And I'll probably like it too, but we'll see. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Your mindset was, they rushing in the grocery store, using time that I need to do something. And what it does, it makes you stay in the old. But I didn't stay in the old. I had Colombian in my house for a couple of months. Now I have Brazil in here. Hey, maybe it'll be Switzerland next time, Paris. I don't know. But do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, and they haven't restocked it, and Colombian coffee is sitting up there. I can grab that because I'm used to that. But if Colombian is not around and Brazil is, I'll grab that. But look what I have now, that I have allowed my mind to make room for new. That's what I'm saying. You got that mindset has to have the capacity for new. It has to. How many of y'all went anywhere different for this past holiday weekend? How many? Or did you just go the same old place? Even if you stayed home, what did you do different? What did you do different? Did you have the same family reunion you always have? The same folk coming around the reunion? How about playing some different activities? You know what I'm saying? We're not just sitting around eating and catching up on old times. How about maybe do some the cubic shuffle, I think it is. That's what we do in Zumba. And I don't let nobody come at me about my relationship with Jesus because I do the cubic shuffle. It's exercise and on my head as well as my feet. Because when it's saying to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, I do it every day. Tuesday. And I was like, Lord, have mercy. I thought they had let that song rest. When I tell you boots on the ground swept the country, it swept the country. Y'all, a lot of y'all know it, and I know it too. And I don't even remember when it stopped.